Negative 47 degrees in Arctic Village right now. That's cold enough to kill you in under 5 minutes. And somehow Dallas is sitting at 75 feeling like spring break. That's a 122 degree temperature swing across one country. And the atmosphere is about to completely lose its mind trying to balance that out. But here's the part that has me low-key freaking out on the models this morning. Valentine's Day is shaping up to be an absolute monster, and nobody's ready for what's coming. Drop your city in the comments right now because I'm running through 90 plus cities today, and trust me, you do not want to miss yours. All right, so let me set the stage real quick because these numbers this morning are honestly kind of nuts. We got the coldest air of the season parked over the Northeast. Meanwhile, Texas is out here breaking records like it's April. Houston pushing 79 degrees, hotter than LA right now. Let that sink in for a second. I pulled up the Euro and the GFS about an hour ago, cross-checked them with the Canadian, and here's the thing, they're all telling completely different stories. When the models disagree this hard, it usually means something big is brewing, but nobody knows exactly where it's going to hit, and that's what makes this forecast so tricky. Now, before we get into that Valentine's Day chaos, let me hit the cities because I know that's why most of y'all clicked, starting with the spots getting absolutely crushed right now. Buffalo, New York, negative 6 degrees with blizzard conditions, lake effect snow bands hammering the region, visibility near zero, roads are an absolute nightmare. Syracuse at 14 with heavy snow falling as we speak, Rochester at 15, Albany sitting at negative 4, the entire upstate region is just getting pummeled. And here's a stat that's absolutely wild to me. Ann Arbor, Michigan hit negative 15 this morning. That's a record low, coldest February reading in over 40 years. Detroit at 10 degrees, Cleveland at 12 with those lake effect bands. The whole Great Lakes region is locked in a deep freeze and it ain't letting up anytime soon. Now check this comparison because it perfectly shows why this pattern is so unstable right now. Chicago at 45 degrees, Detroit 280 miles away at 10. That's a 35 degree difference over 280 miles, y'all. That boundary right there is exactly where the models are fighting about what happens next. Burlington, Vermont at negative 2, Montpelier at negative 3. And I know you New England folks are sitting there like, bruh, haven't we had enough already? Look, I totally get it. February has been absolutely relentless. But we got to stay locked in a little while longer because this pattern ain't done with us yet. Boston at 12 degrees with bone-chilling wind off the harbor. Worcester at 9, Portland, Maine at 10. The whole region is just brutally cold right now. Providence at 15, Hartford at 14, Concord, New Hampshire at 5, Manchester at 7. Every single city in New England is running way below normal. Real quick on frostbite because this is serious. At these temps, exposed skin can get frostbite in under 15 minutes. Cover up everything if you're going outside. Are any of y'all seeing snow falling right now? Drop it in the comments because I legit want to see how this lines up with what the models are showing me this morning. All right, shifting to the mid-Atlantic because this is where it gets interesting. This region could see everything from snow to ice to rain, depending on how things track. New York City at 28 degrees. Cold, but survivable. Newark at 30. Jersey City at 30. The whole metro area holding in the upper 20s for now. Philly at 39. That's actually not terrible. Pittsburgh at 30 with some snow showers. And the I-95 corridor is looking at a mixed bag over the next few days. DC at 34, Baltimore at 42, Richmond at 48. Notice how fast it warms up as you push south. That gradient is everything for this weekend's forecast. Scranton at 15, Allentown at 9 this morning, Erie at 18 with lake effect. The Pennsylvania mountains are getting hit pretty good right now. And here's the sneaky part about this setup. That warm air pushing up from the south is on a collision course with all this Arctic cold. And when they meet, boom. Charleston, West Virginia at 44. Lexington, Kentucky at 48. Virginia Beach at 52. You can literally drive from winter to spring in about 3 hours. All right, checkpoint. We're about a third of the way through. Has your city come up yet? What's it looking like outside your window right now? Let me know. Now let me take you into the southeast because this is where the warmth really shows up and also where severe weather could become a factor for Valentine's Day. Atlanta at 59 degrees, Charlotte at 55, Raleigh at 57, the whole Piedmont region feeling way more like April than February, honestly. Columbia at 60, Savannah at 62, Charleston at 62, Augusta at 61. Beautiful weather across the southeast today. Enjoy it while it lasts. Nashville at 55, Memphis at 59, Birmingham at 59, Huntsville at 57. The Tennessee Valley is running 10 to 15 degrees above normal. Just gorgeous out there. Montgomery at 62, Jackson, Mississippi at 64, Mobile at 66, New Orleans at 68. The Gulf Coast is absolutely cooking, and all that moisture is fuel for what's coming. And here's what has me watching the South so closely. When that Valentine's Day cold front crashes into all this warm, moist Gulf air, we're talking severe weather potential. Tornadoes are not out of the question if things line up right. I wouldn't be shocked if we see the first significant severe weather event of 2026 this weekend. All right, Texas and the Plains. These temps are absolutely bonkers for February. I've been doing this for years, and these numbers still blow my mind. Dallas at 75 degrees, Fort Worth at 75, Houston pushing 79, San Antonio at 75, Austin at 72. Texas is straight up on fire temperature-wise. And check this stat. Houston at 79 is warmer than Los Angeles at 73 today. Texas beating SoCal for heat in February. You can't make this stuff up. Oklahoma City at 68, Tulsa at 66, both running 20 degrees above where they should be. This kind of warmth never sticks around without consequences. Kansas City at 61, Wichita at 60, Omaha at 54, St. Louis at 57. The entire heartland is out there feeling like early spring. Just wild. Little Rock at 63, Shreveport at 70, Des Moines at 48. The warm air extends all the way from the Gulf almost to the Canadian border. Massive ridge. Now here's the comparison that shows why this pattern is so volatile. Bismarck, North Dakota at 23 with snow. Oklahoma City at 68 on the same line of longitude. That's a 45-degree swing along the same meridian, y'all. That boundary is literally where winter and spring are fighting for territory right now. Grand Forks at 23 with flurries, Fargo at 22, Minneapolis at 23, the Northern Plains holding on to winter while everything south is basically summer. Madison at 37, Aurora, Illinois at 27, Green Bay at 27, Milwaukee at 28. That gradient cuts right through the upper Midwest, razor sharp. Quick question for y'all. Are you team snow, still hoping for more winter? Or are you absolutely done and ready for spring? The comments have been wild lately. All right, flipping out west because there's some good news coming for the mountains, skiers, and the water supply are about to get what they've been waiting for. Seattle at 48 with rain, Portland, Oregon at 50, Tacoma at 46, classic Pacific Northwest vibes. Nothing crazy, but a bigger system is coming midweek. Spokane at 43, Boise at 48, Missoula at 37 with snow potential. The Northern Rockies are in transition right now and about to get hammered. Salt Lake City at 43, Denver at 54, which is insane for February. Aspen at 16 with mountain snow piling up, the high country finally getting what it needs. And here's the good news for the West. Feet of snow coming for the Sierras and Cascades this week. Atmospheric river pattern returning with a vengeance. California ski resorts that have been struggling, you're about to get absolutely dumped on. 3 to 5 feet possible at the highest elevations, no cap. Reno at 52, Las Vegas at 64, Phoenix at 72, Tucson at 76, the desert Southwest staying warm and dry. Honestly, pretty boring weather out there. LA at 73, San Diego at 66, San Francisco at 61, Sacramento at 62, beautiful California weather while the rest of the country deals with chaos. That's over 90 cities covered. If I missed yours, drop it below and I'll try to hit it tomorrow. Now let me get to the part that really matters. All right, so this Valentine's Day storm, this is what has me glued to the models at night. Because if it develops anywhere near what they're hinting at, we could be looking at a major event. The European model is going full winter storm mode, showing a powerful low tracking up the East Coast with heavy snow for the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. We're talking potential blizzard conditions for interior New England, 6 to 12 inches possible from Pennsylvania through New York into Massachusetts. The GFS, meanwhile, keeps it weaker and further south. Most of the action stays as rain for the big coastal cities. So who's right? Honestly, nobody knows yet. And then the Canadian model splits the difference, showing a moderate storm that brings a little of everything: snow, ice, rain, the full menu depending on where you are. But, and this is a big but, what I do trust is that 122-degree temperature swing I showed you at the top. That energy has to go somewhere. The atmosphere doesn't tolerate that kind of imbalance. It will correct itself with storms. The only question is timing and track, and that's still up in the air. Here's my current read, and I want to be real with y'all. This could change dramatically with tonight's model runs, so don't lock anything in just yet. I think we're looking at a storm that brings mixed impacts. Heavy snow for the interior Northeast and Appalachians, rain for the immediate coast. The I-95 corridor from D.C. to Boston, that's the coin flip zone. You could go either way, depending on exactly where that warm nose sets up. And on the southern side, severe weather is very much on the table. Texas through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, possibly into Georgia and the Carolinas. We could be talking about the first significant severe weather event of 2026. Tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, all of it's possible if things align. Real talk, I could use a break from staring at all these winter storm maps every morning. I know a lot of y'all feel the exact same way. February has been brutal. But here's the thing a lot of people miss. When you crash warm air into retreating cold air, that collision zone is where the real fireworks go off. All right, let me talk safety real quick because some of this cold is genuinely dangerous and I need y'all to take it seriously. This ain't a joke. In the Northeast and Great Lakes right now, frostbite can develop in 10 to 15 minutes when wind chills drop below zero. Cover up every inch of exposed skin. Please check on elderly neighbors, family members living alone. Hypothermia can set in, even inside poorly heated homes. A quick phone call could save a life. Keep an emergency kit in your car. Blankets, water, flashlight, phone charger. Because if you get stranded in these temps, it goes from inconvenient to dangerous real fast. Generators outside, away from windows and doors. No exceptions ever. Carbon monoxide has no smell and it kills people every single winter. Do not play with that. Pets inside, period. I say this every video, and it still happens. If it's too cold for you to stand outside for 10 minutes, it's way too cold for your dog. For those watching the Valentine's Day severe weather potential down south, now is the time to review your safety plan. Know where your safe room is. All right, wrapping it up. Here are the 5 things on my radar, and these are what I need you to keep on yours over the next few days. Let's run through them quick. Number 1, extreme cold continues in the Northeast and Great Lakes through midweek. Wind chill warnings remain in effect. Bundle up if you're going outside. Number 2, record warmth continues across Texas and the plains. Some areas hitting temps 30 to 40 degrees above normal. Enjoy it while it lasts. Number 3, feet of snow coming to the western mountains. Sierras and Cascades getting hammered this week. Great news for the snowpack and the ski resorts. Number 4, Valentine's Day weekend is the big one to watch. Winter storm potential in the east, severe weather potential in the south, the full menu. Number 5, that temperature gradient across the country, that's the engine driving everything. Whoever ends up on that boundary line is where all the action will be. The overnight model runs tonight are going to be critical. If the Euro and GFS start agreeing, we'll have way more confidence on the track, and I'll update you first thing tomorrow. Right now, they're about 200 miles apart on where they put the low pressure center. And 200 miles makes all the difference between snow and rain for the big cities. If that Valentine's Day storm bombs out like the Euro hints, travel plans for millions of people could be disrupted. Airlines might start issuing waivers by Thursday. So if you've got plans for the weekend, keep an eye on this. You might want some flexibility built into your schedule just in case things go sideways. Before I go, I want to hear from y'all. What region should I go deeper on tomorrow? And also, for real, are you team snow or are you absolutely done with winter at this point? The community here has been absolutely incredible this winter. Y'all sharing updates from your towns, tagging friends, checking on each other. That's what it's all about. If this helped you out, smash that like button. It seriously makes a huge difference getting these out to more people when dangerous weather is on the way. Stay warm, stay safe, bear through this cold because warmer days are genuinely right around the corner. I promise you that. I'll see y'all first thing tomorrow morning. Appreciate every single one of you. Take care of yourselves and each other out there. Peace.